Hello dear students. So today we will discuss about the tournaments, knockout, league or round robin and combination. So these all are the types of tournament. So before proceeding to the tournaments, various tournament, we will first discuss about the tournaments. What do you mean by tournament? The introduction of tournament. Competing in physical activities as has been the natural tendency of human being since the beginning of the Stone Age. Then there were no rules and regulations. Might is right was the main principle in those days. With the passage of time, some rules came into existence and competitions began to be held in civilized way. Now, the competitions or tournaments are held according to the set rules and regulations. The tournaments are organized at various levels such as zonal, district, state, national, and international level. Olympic Games and World Cups are organized in a splendid and magnificent way. These sports competitions or tournaments provide recreation to the spectators, which helps them in reducing stress and tension of their day-to-day life. These tournaments are helpful in the holistic development of participants. In fact, a tournament is that series of sports in which one team finally wins and rest of the team lose the match. Before organizing a tournament, it is very essential to prepare a good plan. There are various methods to organize a tournament. To select the best method depend upon various factors such as the number of participating teams, the types of facilities of ground equipment, the number of officials available, and the duration of the tournaments. So these all are the requirement factors which have to be concerned by the organizing committee. So the competing in physical activity has been a natural tendency. If you are playing in your area, so you will just saying, let's have a match. Or you are nowadays you are in lockdown, and in your you will compete in ludo, carom, chess, these indoor kind of games. But in this also, somebody has to lose and somebody has to win. So competing is a natural phenomenon. One has to lose and one has to win. So at the Stone Age, competing is there. Competing is a natural tendency. It is from the Stone Age. But at that time, there is no rules and regulation. There are not boundaries of any tournament, any competition. As I have already explained you in the Olympics, that in ancient Olympics, the death of opponent is the end of the game. There is no such rules and regulations. So if like somebody is declared as a winner when opponent has defeated by his like death. But slowly and gradually, the passage of time, some rules came into existence, some rules are made, and competition is organized or is held in a civilized way, in a decent manner. Civilized way means that there are some rules, there are some boundaries, there are some restrictions, there are some criteria which have to follow if you are like going for competition. Like if in your schools also, if you are like going for a race, so teacher will guide you that you have to go there up to that level, touch the particular thing and come back, and your race will be completed when you crosses the line. So you and the player, the athlete should follow the rules, because if he or she will not cross the line, the teacher will not declare you that you have completed the race. He said you are disqualified. So rules and regulations are good. It is for us, it is for our safety. We tend to have less injuries if we are having rules and regulations. And the tournaments are organized at various levels, such as zonal level, district level, national level, state level, international level. Olympic games is also a kind of competition, Olympics and World Cups. It's a competition, it's a kind of tournaments. And the tournaments are actually provided the recreation to the spectators. It is the recreation to the spectators. And by like seeing a cricket match, in like when the India and Pakistan match will come, though, you will leave all your work and just sit in front of the TV, and it will just relieve your stress. So it is reducing the stress and tension of day to day life. And the tournament are helpful in holistic development of the participants also. It is good for the participants, and it is recreation, holistic development of the participants, and the recreation for the spectators. Now, before organizing the tournaments, it is very essential to prepare a good plan. That I have already explained to you about the planning. So before proceeding to the any kind of tournament, such kind of planning should be there, which includes the various factors like um, um, number of teams participating, types of facilities of the grounds and equipment, the number of officials available, and the duration of the tournament. So these all are the factors which will affect the tournament, and we have to take care of before proceeding or before planning for any kind of tournament. Now we will discuss about the importance of tournament. Why the tournaments are important, like why it is necessary, why it is so important. Tournaments are very important in the field of sports. Players participated in tournaments with a great zeal and zest. The tournaments are significant not only to the players but to the coaches and physical education teachers also. The importance of tournament are: first, development of sports skills. By participating in tournaments, sportsmen develop various skills of sports. The maximum number of participation in tournaments not only develops technical skills of the sports but also tactical skills. Sportspersons acquire efficiency in skills, and finally they show marked improvement in the games. So the first importance of the tournament is development of sports skill. We will play or we will involve in the tournament for the development of our own sports skill. Because when we learn, suppose you are giving the test like first term, mid term, pre-annual, then annual. So why you are giving the test? So that you can know that where you stand, and that you how much you know and how much you will improve. So this is like this only. When we indulge in tournament, when we participate in tournament, we will actually know the standard of our team, ourselves. Because when we are playing in our teams, like of our, like suppose you are a student of Delhi team, and you are playing together, you are practicing together, you know the moves and tactics and techniques of the other players, because you are practicing with them on only. So you know, and you will move and you will play according to them because you know them. But when you don't know someone, when you don't know the techniques, the tactics, the strategies they apply, then you know, then you will give your performance, that you are indulged in unknowing situation, and there only you need to know your standard, actually your actual standard. So it will improve the sports skill. And the maximum number of participation in tournament not only develops technical skills but also tactical skills. Sports persons acquire efficiency in skills, and finally they show their marked improvement in the games because they are practicing for the tournament. So they are skilled efficiently, and they will acquire efficiency in skills, and finally they will show their best performance in the tournament. So this is the development of sports skills. Next is propaganda of sports. Tournaments are helpful in publishing the sports. When a tournament of a new sport is organized, the spectators come to know about that sports. Thus, it creates interest in that sports. That means publicity is very important. Why the ads are coming in the televisions, that some products will come, some new bike and new car? Why these ads will come in between your program, your movies, your cricket match? And why they are sponsoring the tournaments and players and all? Because by this their product will be in the market. Many things are in the market, but you don't know it until you will get information about, you will get a news, or you will see the ads in the television, or it will on air. So publicity is very important. Like I will give you the example of pro kabaddi. Pro kabaddi is different to a normal kabaddi. And when you see in the televisions, like pro kabaddi is going to held, and it will, so then only you will get to know about the pro kabaddi, that it will played indoor, and it will played on the mats. Some rules are changed. So then many of the students, like especially boys, are interested in pro kabaddi. So the publicity is very important. By this the spectator come to know about the sports, and then only they will create their interest in sports, and they want to play that particular sports or games. So the tournaments are helpful in the publicity of the sports. Next is helpful in selection of players. In a tournament, good players can be selected easily by observing their performance in the tournament. The players who give good performance can be selected for upper level tournament. So, a tournament is an appropriate way to select a good team of players. Tournament is very important. As I had already told you, it will improve your sports skill, and it will gives the publicity of that sport, and it will helpful in selecting the players. Suppose a team will be selected for international, like for World Cup, and I will give you the example of hockey. I think you must have seen Chak De India movie, in which the team has to compete with boys. The girls team has to women team has to compete with the boys, and there they can show their performance, and they will eligible for qualifying for World Cup. So tournament is very important. As you've seen, you must have seen movie Dhoni, MS Dhoni, where he is selected for Ranji, and when he is playing for Ranji, then he will selected for Indian team, because when the tournaments are organized, the selected team of particular state, suppose state level competition are organized, and so the state level body and the national level body is there. The national level selectors are there when they will play. Moreover, the team will loses the match, but they will see the players, they will see the individual player performance, and on that basis they will select a player for the team. So a good player can be selected easily by observing their performance in the tournament, because they are watching the player in many tournaments, because many tournaments are organized in day to day, and they are going to compete. When you are involving in the tournaments, like you are playing for the in tournaments, so many of the selectors will see you, will watch your performance, and they will select that particular player on the basis of the performance in the tournament. The player who give good performance can be selected for upper level tournament. If the player is participated in zonal level, so in zonal level tournament, he or she will be selected for district level tournament on the basis of the performance in the zonal level tournament. If the player is played for state level tournament, he is playing in state level tournaments, so he may be selected for national level tournaments, but national level tournament on the basis of state level performance, because whatever performance he or she performs in the state level tournaments, on the basis of that tournament he or she will selects for the nationals, and likewise for international levels and all. So tournaments is very important for the selection of the player. So the tournament is an appropriate way to select a good team of players. So it is very necessary for the selection of the team. Next is development of national and international integration. Sports tournaments are helpful in developing national integration as well as international unity and brotherhood. A tournament is one of the best means of enhancing international peace. So, tournament helps of international and for of national and international integration, because when the teams are going to participate in national or international level, like suppose national competition will be held in south side, so the teams of whole India will going to south, and they will see their culture, their tradition, their food and all. So it is example of national level. If I will give you the example of international integration, so the teams are going to participate in other countries, and it will create the interrelationship between the other two countries, interrelationship between the two countries, and the unity and brotherhood will develop between the countries. A tournament is one of the best means to enhance the international peace. Next is development of social qualities. Social traits such as tolerance, sympathy, cooperation, good good cohesion, sorry, group coordination, brotherhood, discipline, etc., are developed among participants through sports tournaments. Other ethical values such as fair play, justice, honesty, respect for others are also developed through tournaments. So, the next importance is development of social qualities. When the athlete is going to participate in the tournament, he or she should socially enhance their qualities, and their social qualities will be developed. Social traits, such social traits like tolerance, sympathy, cooperation, good group coordination, brotherhood, discipline, etc. So, these are the social traits when you are going to participate in other state, in other school, in other university, in other college. So, the first impression of the team is judged by the discipline of the team, by the coordination among the team. So, the discipline is very important, social discipline. You don't treat yourself like players will not treat themselves like they are the best. They are they can do anything in other state, in other country, because nobody is watching them. If they will defeat it, so they will not fight with other teams. So tolerance will be there. Sympathy, if some player get hurt in boxing or in racing or like in football, so don't like hit him, or don't like treat him like you will not see him, and all. Cooperation among the teams, coordination, brotherhood. So these all are the qualities, social traits which will be developed through tournaments. Participants through sports tournaments are also have ethical values such as fair play, justice, honesty, respect for others are also developed. Fair play, that fair play is very important. Don't say that don't play faulty play. Don't use unfair means for achieving a success. Honesty, always be honest respect for others, respect for teammates, these all values will be developed through tournaments. Next is source of recreation. Sports tournaments provide ample recreation to the spectators. To maximize recreation, organizers do not hesitate to make a large expenditures. That is why a large number of people go to watch the Olympic Games and World Cup of various games and sports. So, a tournament is a good source of recreation. As I have already explained you that it is a recreation or stress buster for the spectators. Sports tournament provide recreation to the spectators. To maximize recreation, organizers do not hesitate to make large expenditure. They will spend a lot of money for maximize the recreation. Like you must have seen in the IPL matches, the cheerleaders are to be highly paid for the recreation of the players as well as spectators. They will decorate, they will arrange the tournament in such a way that the number of spectators will more. That is why a large number of people go to watch Olympic Games, World Cup, Commonwealth Games in various games and sports, so that the tournament is a good source of recreation. So these all are the importance of tournament. I will just recall it. Development of sports skill, propaganda of sports like publicity and all, helpful in selection of players, then development of national and international integration, development of social qualities, source of recreation. So these all are the importance of tournament, why the tournament is important for the athletes, for the players. Now we will discuss about the types of tournament. There are basically 4 types of tournaments which we will discuss: knockout tournament, league or round robin tournament, combination tournament, and challenge tournament. So these are the 4 types of tournaments, and that we will discuss in our next class. So today we have concluded with the importance of tournament, and the types of tournament we will discuss in our next class. I will just give you the advantages of I have already explained you about the importance of tournament, and now then there will be the procedure for making the tournament, and I have already explained you about the tournament. Tournaments are very important, and it is based on the number of team participating, the types of facilities of the ground equipment, the number of officials available, and the duration of the tournaments. So these all are the factor which affect the tournaments. The players participate in the tournaments and they will compete with other teams, but the players, the tournament are significant not only to the players but to the coaches, physical education teachers, and for the spectators also. So the tournament is very important. As I have already explained you, the tournament is important for day to day life. You are competing in every point of life, in your day to day life. And because of the tournament, you will just know the standard where you are standing actually. So this is all about the meaning, importance of tournament. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.